music. There we go. So I started this one. Oh, yeah, I remember what was weird about this. Oh, is it this freaking... Oh, I hate this. I don't want to come back to this. Let me go back in time an hour and not put this stream up. So the issue with this one was that it... I'll go over it in detail and remind myself of what all 4 of the criteria are from what I've imagined, but the issue is that it seemed to want 180-degree symmetry, I think. Because when you do this, you get 180 symmetry, and this is obviously a 180 symmetry, and so was this and whatever. But then this one is not a 180 symmetry, it's a flip, which seemed like a contradiction, but maybe coming to it with a fresh mind will help me see something different, because I could have just been stuck on some bad idea. And then this puzzle demonstrated that it wasn't a symmetry of your actual full line, it was just a symmetry of the turns that you make. So, or was it though? That doesn't make sense either, honestly. That doesn't really make sense either. But we know that the line itself matters because so criteria 1 is start in a circle, criteria 2 is end in a square, and then we had 9 and 69. So 9 is the corner world, so it's in some way about the corners that you make, either with your line or with your shape of your island. And then 69 means it involves corners and symmetry. World 6 is symmetry. So based on that, well, we know that if we draw this, we get this one, but we don't get 69. So 69 is the one that cares about the exact line that you've drawn, whereas 9 doesn't. Okay, let's go back and experiment with things. Yeah, hey, we're going to be saying the number 69 a lot. So, and so I think what I discovered for one of them was that, yeah, look, if you make like this C shape, you can make it anywhere in any puzzle, and it always fulfills rule 9. Oh, was this I think I remember. Is this one of those, this was one of those rules just to make your life harder. This was just the rule that as long as you turn twice, you get it, right? Yeah, okay. So it was just to make sure. And I think we realized that's because if you just draw a straight line, you would always be good. So they had to put that in to make it more complicated. Yeah. Because if you drew a straight line, you would have, your turns would be symmetrical because there's no turns. Okay, so the only thing to figure out was what exactly Rule 69 is. And... well, I said it was about the symmetry of your turns, but it can't be because this has the same turns as this, but yet it's not considered symmetrical. It only becomes symmetrical when you do this. And so, wait, is 6 always if 6 was always symmetry, then does that mean it never had any 180-degree rotations? Or is that wrong? Like, here it wanted a symmetrical line along the vertical axis. Here it wanted a symmetrical... I don't know. What the hell is this? It looks like it's a symmetrical line along the horizontal axis. It is. Yeah, it is. These are all... Oh yeah, they're all symmetrical along the horizontal axis. It's not the line itself, it's just the areas that are filled in. This one is this horizontal? This is, yeah, it's mirrored along the, yeah, horizontal axis. It's a mirror. It's not a 180 flip. It has not been a 180 flip yet. Or is a 180 flip the same? No, it's not. It's mirrored, but it's not 180. 6-3 is now, this is a 180. I have a lot of experience seeing 180s that look like this because Para and I were playing, well, I don't know. Should I spoil another game that has symmetrical shapes in it? Is that a spoiler just to mention that they exist in the game if you have to figure out the game's rules? Whatever. Fine. But anyway, this is definitely a symmetrical 180. It's not flipped vertically along this. It's not flipped horizontally. It's a 180 with your thing. So the symmetry world can be horizontal, vertical, or 180. And in all of these cases, it was never your line itself that mattered. It was just what you filled in. But this is world 6, and the rule is a combination of 6 and 9, which 9 does care a lot about the corners that you make. So, okay. For the record, I never figured out that World 9's theme was corners. I thought World 9's theme was turns, and then I wondered why some of the puzzles were about making your island a certain way. And someone had to tell me that it was, oh, they all involve corners. Okay, 6-4 was about symmetry. It's a 180 surrounding around the star. 6-5 was your island and your filled in area. Why do we have a nice name for the unfilled in area? We call them islands, but we don't have a name for the filled in area. We should have given it a name a long time ago. It should be like your island and your I don't know. What would you call something that's filled in? If anything, the filled in thing should be the island surrounded by water. We should be calling it islands and lakes. Yeah. Well, too late now. Well, we can just pretend we're filling in water. If it's filled in, we can call it the flooded area. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So what was this one? This one was... Oh, I said this. This is your island and your filled in area being a 180 of each other. Sorry to just go through these so slowly. It's just, so far it has helped me to go through the previous rules and figure out which one of them might be being repeated, what the potential things happening are. This one is... So this one didn't even require you to make any symmetrical shape. It required you to mirror the circles and go through their mirrored opposite spot. This one required you to go through all shapes that had a mirrored version of themselves on the board. This one seems like it just okay, so previously we had the filled in area and the island being a 180 of each other. This one wants two islands that are a 180 of each other. And I don't think it cares if you go through the circles, whatever. What is this? What is this? I don't remember, and I'm sure I looked it up last time and I still don't remember what it is. Does it want the island that you make to be able to be cut in half vertically? That would be a really simple rule, but I guess that's what it looks like. And this one, your island is a 180 of itself? Is this one that for every... Hey. Is this one that for every island that you made, you needed to have the shapes in a position where if you 180 the island, the shapes are in the same spot? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's everything from World 6. And then there was whatever the hell this is, which I'm sure I do not need to remind myself of what this is in order to solve 010. No, I'm not doing that. What the heck? How did Past Me solve this? What is this? I don't know what this is. It's symmetrical. It starts in the star and then it makes a symmetrical path to another star. But then what's this? Now, I don't care. I don't need to know this. So we know that we can do a vertical flip, a horizontal flip, or a 180. All of those should be good. And since it's also with World 9, it is also about the corners that you make. And as far as I know, unless I'm wrong, the fact that this is bad, but this is good, proves that it's not just about what you fill in. It is about your line. It's about the corners inside your line, probably. Which is... So this is not symmetrical, and yet it's correct. But if I have the same turns... It's not... I don't think you can be symmetrical with your turns. That doesn't make sense as a rule. I think that would just fall apart. That's something that really only makes sense in, like, the Dash world, which is the one that cared about you making these specific turns, but not how long your line was between them. But I don't think we are referencing that here, which makes me think that this is not about just the turns. If it were about just the turns, this should be good. So you need to somehow make some sort of symmetrically filled in... I don't know. What is the meaningful difference between this and this? And so then the issue, and something that I think probably should actually help us arrive at the answer we're looking for, is that in all of these, it was pretty easy to make something at least vaguely symmetrical. But when you... We know, I think, that we were being symmetrical around the entire grid, right? For whatever 69 is, because if you just draw this anywhere, it doesn't work. But if you draw it going through the center, it works again. So the center of the grid is actually a relevant thing. Which is what makes this one very weird, because in the others, the shapes were like on two sides of the center of the grid, sort of, almost. Whereas on this one, they're both here like at the bottom right area. And so it's hard to have any symmetry around the center. Isn't it? If you wanted to have symmetry around the center, you would have to do... I mean, this, basically. Something like that. It's not a 180. How do I do a 180 around the center with... I don't know. I don't know. So... But it's telling me that whatever the rule is, like, it's not like I'm going to be able to make a simple thing like this. I have to somehow go around the center. So, like, is this symmetrical around the center? No. But is this? Also no. And this? Yes. But what about this? No, because the turns aren't the same. So it's like, as long as the turns are the same, it's good. What if I change it and do that? Now I'm not symmetrical around the center anymore, apparently. This is fine. What about this? This is not fine. God, okay. I guess... But it's also never like a full... It's not like... Okay, so like from the center, if the two above it are filled, the two below it here are filled. If the two to the left are filled, the two to the right are filled. How does it work with the corners? Is it like, yo, if the top left is filled, then you have the bottom right, because that's the 180? I guess it's probably a 180 symmetry thing. So the bottom left is filled, then the top right is filled. So can we test that? Like if like this would not be a 180 symmetry, but wait, how do you make a 180 symmetry around the middle of... You'd have to go through it. So like this should still be a 180 symmetry around the middle. Yes. I think it's the case that... Well, wait. Why doesn't this work? Oh, it doesn't work for 69 because it doesn't have the same turns. That's the issue. The shape would be good if I could like start my line here, you know, here, and then end by going one more turn here, but I can't do that, obviously. So in a 3x3, you always have to go through the middle to get the symmetry that you want. This is the only 4x4, and it's the only one that really lets you circle around the middle in that way. Is that true? That shouldn't be true. No, that's not necessarily true. But if you're circling around the middle, you really have to... It's kind of hard to... Like, that won't do it. Will this do it? No, it won't, because it doesn't really have the same turns. I guess that's it. So we're probably going to go through the middle. If it's an even number, you can maybe have an easier time going all the way around, but we probably have to go through the middle. How, though? So if I just figure out a way to go through the middle while also somehow making it a 180, but it needs to go through the middle and reach the frickin' square, which doesn't make sense. Because the circle and the square are both on the same side. It would be easy to do, you know, something like that. That's a 180 that goes through the middle, but it's going through both the circle and the square. So the key to figuring out what's actually going on here is it's got to be this, because this is not even symmetrical. It's not a 180 of anything. It's certainly not a 180 of itself. This should be a 180, and it is. What? This is a 180 shape. So is that. And yet that's not what you have to draw. You have to just freaking extend it by 1, which is apparently allowed, which is what made me think that it's about the symmetry of your turns and not your shape. But what does that mean? Right, it's about the symmetry of my turns, and I know that because this is not... The line is not symmetrical. The filled in areas are symmetrical and have the same turns. This is symmetrical. But I know it's not just the symmetry of my turns, because the turns that you can access from the center, you know, there's an upper left, there's an upper right, bottom left, bottom right. So it's not that. You still need to... Well, but you... Okay, wait. So we test this, and now we test this. It's still good. Now we test this. It's still good. So it's the symmetry of the turns, not just the shape. I'm so glad I'm nearly done with this game. There's not really any way to test that rule here because you can't really make this any longer or shorter. You could do this, but now you're not symmetrical through the middle, I guess, even though your turns... Nah, they're not really symmetrical through the middle either. And then, so this is the thing that indicates to me that we might want to be symmetrical with our turns, but we still need to be somewhat symmetrical around the middle in some way. I just don't know how to... Maybe it just makes sense if you... How do I visualize it? Like, if the center is here and I'm thinking about the turns on the... You know, like... How would I actually, if I had to put it into words, what would I say is happening here? From the center, like... You go forward and you turn left, and then you turn left again. And so here you go forward this way, turn left again. That's why the turns are symmetrical. It does not apply at all to this, which is our issue, because here you turn left and here you turn right, but you know, like whatever, I guess. This one also, it's the same thing. It turns right and right, turns right and right. Since they're always turning right, it's good. How would I explain it here if I had to put it into words? From the center, I guess this is the one that's really interesting because the line isn't going through the center, so whatever the rule is, it applies even if the center is not filled in. So what does that mean? Okay, wait, does filling in the single square work because the island is the same shape there? Like, what if I fill in this? Okay, filling in a single square always works. Which makes no sense. Why is it that filling in a line works? Does filling in a line anywhere work? Yes. Literally any line anywhere works. Why is that? What? This is not symmetrical around the center of the grid. It's really not. My line could be symmetrical. You can cut it in half. You can 180 it and it makes itself. But the rule is not that if you 180 your filled in area that it makes itself. That's not it at all. Why would a line always satisfy this symmetry and corners thing? I guess if it has no corners, it is satisfied by default. That's the only answer that really makes sense. If it has no corners, it must have symmetry of corners. Because you're checking from the center of the grid, are the corners symmetrical from each other? And if there are 0 corners in your line, then the answer is yes. So that leads me to definitely feeling more confident that it's about the symmetry of the corners. But how do you measure symmetry of corners from the middle? Like, if your line always went through the middle, it would be easy to say, oh, from the middle you have a right and a right, a right and a right. From the middle you have... How do I do this one? I don't even remember. What is this one? Is it... Oh, it's this thing. So here, again, you could say from the middle, you have a right, you have a left and a left, left and left. Why would this be bad, though? Because... Oh, because it's not from the... Yeah, this is bad because you're not judging it from the middle of your line. The middle of my line is right here, and from here it goes left and left, left and left. But from the middle of the arena, it's kind of just going... This one is just left, and this one is left, left. That's the issue. So from the middle of the arena, the grid, you need to have your turns or your corners, I guess, in the same place. Which doesn't make sense here because from the middle of the arena, here there's a left turn and here there's a right turn. If you did that should be correct. This is a left. These are both turns in the same direction. They're both left. They're both clockwise or counterclockwise. I don't know how you define it. They go like this. So that's the direction of a clock. They're both clockwise turns, so they should be good, but they're not. They're only good when they're like this, which is weird because this is a vertical, or this is a horizontal flip, not a 180. Oh, but I guess no, because if I 180 this shape, I get this, which is not the same shape. So it's not a 180 symmetry, but it's only the symmetry of the turns that matters. Is that why? Because the symmetry of the turns, this one is an up left turn, and then if I flip it 180, this one is a left turn. For now, I'm just gonna not think about this one. Honestly, I'm just gonna not think about it. And from here, how would you measure where the corners are from the center? I mean, I guess it's easy because it's a square, so you can they just are clearly a 180 of each other. If I made a more complicated shape, like if I had a way of doing like this, maybe it wouldn't work, but I can't even make this because I can't fully mirror this last turn here, so it won't ever work. So sure, let's just not think about why this one is a horizontal flip instead of a 180, and let's just make something. I think you have to go through the center to do this. I'm pretty sure. Well, wait. Shouldn't this be symmetrical from the center? No, because I didn't 180. I like went further. This is like a 270 degree or something like that, I think. A 180 from the center like this would be not possible to do. Right? Wait, what? I don't... Yeah, it's not possible, is it? Start... It feels like I'm gonna have to do some freaking spirals like this. Something like that. So like from the center, if I make this spiral, this turns left, 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 left. So can I do this and then just make 4 left turns to reach the square? Like left, left, right, right. Yeah, no. What about... You know what I mean, though? Like, I feel like that's gonna be the answer. It's gonna be something like this. Or is that crazy? Okay, what if I do this? So from the center, I've gone left, left, right, left, left, left. So can I do that same thing? Can I go like left, left, right, right, right? No. What if I do it this way instead? Then maybe it's easier to do what I want. So like, let's say I do this to get to the center. So from the center, I'm going right, left, right, right. I think that's right turn. No, this is also a right turn. Right, 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 right. Now can I go left, left, left. That's 3 lefts. Oh, wait, no, I would want more rights. I would want to go right, right, right. Fuck. Thought I had something, man. I thought I had something. No, but these aren't wait, what did I do? There's 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn, 4 turn, 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn. I would need 1 more turn, which I don't really see how I can do. Okay, wait. I think I have some. Yeah, I think I have something. Okay. Because the square is necessarily going to need me to end by going down, that means my circle should also start either up or down, something like that. Which means... Right, I want to start my circle with a small thing going up or down, like a really short one. And then I want to do all my turns and stuff. And then I want to do the same turns for the square, but the square's final thing going up or down is many things down, but it doesn't matter as long as the turn at the top of it is the same. So, and since I don't want to start by going immediately through the middle, I guess I go down, and then let's go right. Wait, no, this is a left turn, left turn, left turn. So can I make 3 left turns and then go down? Left. No, I can't ever make the same number of turns to do that, though. That's the issue. I mean, left. Right. Can I make right turns from here? Right. Like here, from the middle, I turn right, right, right. And here from the middle, I turn right, right, right. Oh, I did it. I did what I wanted to do, but it's not correct. See, why is it not correct if you think about the fact that, yeah, I've basically made, I made this, and then this. This is what I've, see, look, this, I mean, it's completely symmetrical now, but the turns are the same. From the middle, it goes right, right, right. From the middle, it goes right, right, right. Okay, what about if I do this? Do I fulfill the rule? I don't, even though my turns from the middle are right, 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 either way. This would fulfill the rule. Okay. Well, then I'm not there yet. I felt like I was onto something, but I might not be onto something. If I do it like this, it won't work now. Yeah. So why is it that if I do something like this, where the turns from the middle are right, right, I can just keep going as far as I want and it's okay? Oh, and what if I do like, oh, right. So if this is good, what if I make the S like this? Okay, it's not good anymore. So that indicates to me that not only do the corners need to be symmetrical, but the actual area that I'm filling in needs to also be symmetrical, except that's not true because of this. Oh, this doesn't work. That's interesting. Wait, this works. This works. This doesn't work. It's okay if that one goes to the edge, or this one, or both of them, of course, but if I go to the edge here, it's not good anymore. Why is that? I mean, I guess this isn't actually going to be the rule, but it's like, I guess it doesn't care if you keep traveling further, if it's like the end of the line, but if you're still in the middle of the line, it matters. But how do I turn that into an actual rule? Why is it like that? Here, oh wait, let's do even more. Let's do freaking this. This is symmetrical with symmetrical turns. This should also work, and it does. And this should also work, and it does. Now, just to be clear, if I fill in that same thing, but my line doesn't, yeah, then it doesn't work. The corners obviously matter. We know this. So then, Why does the symmetricality of the shape stop mattering if I extend its ending, but not if I extend it in the middle? Could it be that it matters how many lines you move, how many segments you move before you hit your next turn? Therefore, the end of the line doesn't matter because it never reaches another turn. And an ending point of a line doesn't count as like a vertex or whatever that we're measuring. We're only measuring the corners, and this is not a corner, so it's fine to keep going. Still does not explain why this one is a horizontal flip instead of a 180, but it's something. I think it helps me. This is teaching me that yes, you can keep extending your line, but only at the very final segment, which still lines up with what I was saying here, really. So, but how could you possibly make something symmetrical around the center that gets this shit? Oh, can I? No. How do I like just slightly change this to? How do I change this so that this part here, I can extend it all the way to the square? Because the going down part will be easy. You can go down as much as you want. If this were valid, then I could just go down all the way and it would be fine because there's no corner. But I need this to work. I need to extend this upper segment here by a lot. I need to basically draw, you know, like, yeah, if the circle was here, it would be great. But the circle's not there. So, how do I do that? Does it mean I just have to go like this? And then like... No, because it doesn't end with an up or down. It has to end with the up or down. That's the issue. It has to end with the up or down. That's what makes it impossible. Wait, there's no way you can just... Can I do it the other way? Can I do it like... No, this would require me to go here. I can't do that. It won't let me turn here. Gosh, I feel like I'm close now. I mean, I guess I don't feel like I really understand the rule, especially not the thing that lets it be a vertical here. Yeah, Okay, let's think about what we've discovered then. From the middle, you really want the same exact dimensions leading to all of your corners, but then you don't care about the final segment because it doesn't reach a corner. Does that inform me in any way here? No, it really doesn't, man. It really doesn't. This does not reach a corner. This reaches the corner. I mean, it reaches it. What am I even saying? It turns left, then it doesn't reach another corner. And here it turns right. How is that okay? Why is that okay? You're back? Oh, you've missed so much. Well, I mean, I've made some progress. I have determined that it seems to want the same measurements between all your turns. So it's not just like go however much you want between turns, like in the Dash world. The only one where you can go as far as you want is the final segments because they don't lead to another turn. I've figured that out. I have not figured out why this one is a vertical flip allowed. I guess you can do the vertical flip anywhere, huh? Yeah, I don't know why, because to me it should be a 180. Maybe it can just be vertical, horizontal, or 180. It doesn't care. I guess it just doesn't care. I guess it's just fine to do 180 vertical or horizontal. Anything's fine. Anything goes. So maybe that will help me here then. Because I guess if that's the rule, it's fine. From the middle, you have to do either a 180 vertical or horizontal mirror. A 180 is a diagonal mirror, isn't it? Basically, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Sure, I guess it's just anything goes. That's usually not a good thing to be saying and understand. Yeah, I'm sure it just accepts anything. Like, no, at some point you will get proven wrong. And then you'll regret not figuring it out deeper. I still don't understand this one because I don't really know how to judge where the corners are from the middle if your line doesn't go through the middle, but I don't think it matters. It's the only one that has an even number by an even number, so whatever. So what I've been trying to do here is something like this and then mirror it like that. I tried to do this, which has the same turns mirrored, but because this segment is longer, it doesn't work. So I just need to modify this a little bit. But the thing is that it's very hard because the last turn needs to be an up or down one. Yeah, that makes it impossible. The last turn needs to be the up or down one because that's the one that can be different lengths. Unless no. Well, if I start to the left, I could end to the right like this, but I don't know how to, that doesn't make any, no, that can't be done. What about this? How would this mirror itself? It would, I mean, here, wait, this doesn't even fulfill the rule. Even though I did a vertical, even though vertically my turns are a mirror of each other, it doesn't work. So apparently it's not vertical goes. What are some other like vertical shapes I can test? Like this is not allowed, even though it is a completely symmetrical vertical shape. The only one that's oh, it has to go through the middle, right? Okay, so that is allowed. What about this? Is this allowed? What's the difference? Oh, is the no, what? What? This should be the same. Like, it's also a vertical flip. Is there something about this that is actually 180able that I'm just not realizing? This works. This works. What about this? This certainly will not work, right? Yeah, the understanding will come eventually. Usually the understanding feels good. Sometimes, though, it can just feel like a relief and annoyance that it took so long. But usually it feels good. I think this one will feel good. As long as it makes sense. I just hope the rule isn't like, you know... I'm realizing something every time the background... coincidence. Or maybe not. I'm barely even paying attention to the background music, but you never know. It could be influencing me subconsciously. Different music starts playing, the brain somehow shifts. Imagine that. So this obviously won't work. So I don't think it's okay with vertical or horizontal flips. So something about this must be considered a 180. Is it that the islands I've made are a 180 in this? I don't think that's the case, but technically, yeah, the islands in this are a 180 of each other. Each island can be flipped over, and they work. What is that? Does that really... That's not it, though. That's not it. It's not about your freaking islands. Is it about the islands? No, it's not about the islands. Could it be about the islands? It can't be about the islands. No. How would I test that? I mean, the islands can be flipped 180 from each other. The islands can be flipped 180 from each other in this. No, it's not about the freaking islands because you don't even have to make 2 islands. And like, wait, is this... The islands are a 180 from each other in this. That's true. Not from each other, though. No, I said they would be the 180 from themselves to make this valid. They're certainly not a 180 from each other. They can individually be 180 to make the same thing, but that's not true of this. So I don't think it's the islands. Absolutely not. This is a 180 island. All the correct solutions do involve the islands being 180able, but I think that's just because these are small grids, so they're coming out as little square islands or rectangles. I don't think it's going to be the case here. Okay, let's just work with what I know and see if I can make something work. So I want the same turns in the same length going through the center, which would be possible if the circle was here, but it's not, so I can't. I certainly can't. Could it be that you can do any flip from the, like, here, wait. This, so this is like a, from the middle, this is the same. What about if from the middle I go, would it be this? It would be this. This is not good because it's not a 180. This is a 90-degree thing. So it's not from the middle. It's, yeah, down and turn, right, forward and turn, right. Yeah, no. Needs to be a 180. If you make a 180, you're always good. And the real only difficulty is just making that 180 using the circle and the square. God, what if this one's easier? Maybe I can just do this one because it's easier. How would I do that? No, that's probably not it. Well, I would start like this, and then I would go like that, and then I would go like, wait, no, like this. And I would do this, this. Wait, why does this not work? Oh, because that's not symmetrical. Symmetrical would be this. This fulfills the last dot, but not the circle and the square, obviously. I mean, really, these puzzles are, so there's not any reason. My understanding of the rule is not really going to make one of these harder than the other, I don't think. Could start with this one. Like, so for this one, the issue would be, does it mean that when you go through the middle, you have to go in a straight line? That's something that this means for sure. You can't ever turn at the middle. You have to go through it. This obviously, so starting by going up would never work. If you go to the right first, what happens if you do this? This then requires you to freaking turn there. It doesn't work. You can't start with your circle going to the right because then you will inevitably have to pass the center and like go over to this way. So you really need to start there so that you can then go around this way. So can I... So this is symmetrical, this... But then... Here... I've understood a lot. I have, but I don't understand this one. And so it feels like it was all for nothing. I could just get stuck here. I could literally just get stuck here and not ever finish this puzzle, and then I would never finish the game, and it would all be for nothing. Okay. But I have come a long way, it is true. I can't believe I've got all of these without any hints from people who know the answer. Maybe occasionally input from people who also didn't know, but... No, I don't need any hints. I don't want any hints. I feel like I'm really making progress, and I wonder if there's just some small trick that I'm missing to So it's like, I know that I want... let me just rule out start, because if I start left, it means... It's nothing to realize right now. If I start left, doesn't that mean I have to reach the square eventually, like, right? Something like... This looks close. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it is that the final turn is a... Here it's a left turn. No, here it's a left turn. What's wrong with this? Is this... I think it's just that this one goes too far. Yeah, it's that this one goes a little too far. This is impossible. So this one's close because from the middle... Oh, but it's not a 180 either. That's the other freaking issue. It's not a goddamn 180. It's close, right? Because from the middle, it goes 2 left, 2 left, 1 left, 1 right. And here, from the middle, it goes 2 right, 2... Okay, that's never going to work. Whatever. So if I did this, there aren't that many ways from the circle to reach the center of the grid and then keep going. So if I did this, I would now be completely screwed, so it doesn't work at all, obviously. Okay. And if I do that, no, because then I have to do that. It doesn't work. Going down should be the last thing, should be the first move, because that means the final move to reach the square would be moving up from it. So I do really think this should be close. I just need to, like, so like this is like the sort of neutral version. It misses reaching the square by 1 column and it starts 1 column over from the circle. Can I somehow do something with this? If I make this and have the circle reach that, I then become forced to turn like this, which I simply cannot do. There's got to be just more that I'm not understanding then. There's got to be more I'm not understanding. Because it's just not going to be possible. If I do it bigger... What if I do it... If I go here... No, that's what I was doing, and it's not good. It just is not good. So what if I go here? No, because if I go to the left, then mirroring myself forces me to go like this. Which is never going to work. Absolutely never. No chance. And I have to be symmetrical through the middle. If I didn't have to be symmetrical through the middle, I could do this. And I could be like, well, I'm symmetrical through, you know, the middle of my line-ish. No, but you have to be through the middle, so... What's annoying is that I can't tell if I'm, like, close and I basically have the concepts and just I'm missing something that lets me make these turns while also being the same distance, or if I actually am still just not understanding the rules in a fundamental way, which will require a big shift. Because this seems impossible the way I'm understanding it, and I still don't know why this freaking vertical flip is allowed. Is there any way that I can then, since that vertical flip... Maybe if you flip your turns completely, it's good. Like, you don't need to exit the middle and turn left in both of them. You can just turn right in one of them instead. Yeah, that would make sense. Well... Yes, that would make sense. It doesn't care if you have the same turns. It only cares that there is a turn after that long, which is why this doesn't... No, that should still work. No, that should still work. But if I then do... What if I do... Well, the actual 180 version of that is this. No, I thought I had something. But it's not it. That's not it. Is there some way that it's still that? Like, the what? Because this works, and so does this. Because from the middle, you move 2 and turn. Even though your filled in area, maybe your filled in area just needs to be vertical, horizontal, or 180, but your turns can be, no, what? No, what? Okay, how can I breathe? How can I test this idea that the direction of the turn doesn't matter, only that there is a turn? Is there any way I can test that? That doesn't sound right, because your shape has generally needed to be so like this would work in that case because you're from the middle. This fills in 4 more squares. Is there... But if those squares are these 4, it's bad. If they're these 4, it's good. It's like it's a sort of Z shape, right? From there, like this. How else could I make that Z shape? Like if I did it that way? No, that obviously doesn't work. No, this still makes no sense. God damn it. I thought maybe I was onto something and that I could loosen up my rules a bit, but I can't because this is not a 180. The others are all 180. Or is it just that they're vertical? I mean, this one is a horizontal, basically. This one is basically a vertical. This one's a horizontal. This one is a 180, isn't it? Or can you also do it? I guess if you like, it's not a one, it's just like if you cut right here. No, but it's not symmetrical. It's literally not. It's a 180. If you cut here, if you flip along the vertical, you don't have it. And if you flip along the horizontal, you don't have it. It's got to be 180s. Well, then I don't, okay. Thought I was onto something. Is there any way I can look at this and say that it's making a 180? No. Obviously not. You simply couldn't. If I allowed myself to do some sort of vertical thing here, what would happen? Nothing. I don't know. Why is this considered a 180? Is the fact that it has only 2 turns somehow just making the rules more lax, and then if you add more, it stops? Doesn't really make sense, though, but it's technically something. Like, what about this? Of course not. You can't just flip it vertically. You can't do that. I guess maybe just the fact that it only has 2 turns is somehow making it an exception. But that exception could be, I guess, important for figuring out what the rule actually is. Because it really seems like you definitely want the 180 symmetry. Turns right, turns right. Yeah. You want that 180 symmetry, but it only starts kicking in. I guess because it has only 2 things in it, it just doesn't kick in yet because it's sort of measuring like from one turn to the next turn or something like that. So like if you have something up here and you turn left, it only cares that you turn left because it's checking if the next turn you make is left from this. But since you don't make another turn, then the direction didn't matter. That's probably it. And the music did just change as I realized that. Though I don't know if I've actually realized a truth or if it's just a theory, but it's something. So you are doing 180 of your turns, but you're not necessarily doing 180 of... because remember, World 9, we said it's not a turn world, it's a corner world. So we're less measuring like the turns, we're measuring like corners, something like that. And I think the fact that you never turn again means that you have not made, like, if you do this, you've now made a corner because you actually have 2 segments between turns. If you don't have 2 segments between turns, I don't think it's checking you yet. That's why it works like this. The fact that we just turned once, but we didn't give it another turn, means it's not checking a segment. If we turn again, now it will start checking. It will be from your first turn to your second turn, you have a segment of 2 going clockwise. And then you have to start mirroring, which means you have to match it like this. But if all you have is 1 turn coming from the center, of course, obviously we have 2 turns here, but it's from the center. If all you have is 1 turn from the center, it's not checking the direction yet. It would check it if you made another turn. Then it would say that turn went clockwise to reach another turn. But here it doesn't care. It doesn't care. That's my best guess as to why that works the way it does. So at the very least now I have... And so what we're measuring, what matters... Hey, wait, does this work? No, this doesn't work though. I guess the length still matters for this, even though it's not, whatever. Okay, sure. I at least have a theory. I have an explanation for why everything works the way it does. There's no way to test that with something like this. No, not really. This one, the only way to do it is to... This doesn't work, though. Why doesn't this work? Like, because this one only has 1 turn from the center. I guess reaching the center counts, though. I think reaching the center probably counts as a vertex in your thing, but if from here... Yeah, I guess that's it. It's like between each vertex, you want the same orientation and the same, like, corner, something like that. And so between this vertex and the vertex in the center, you want to be a 180 of the other one. But since this one never reaches anything else, you don't have another vertex to connect this to. So you just have a vertex here, and it doesn't reach another vertex. So we don't know if it's turned left or right, because we're not checking the line turning left or right. We're checking how does this connect to the next vertex. And if there's no other vertex, then it doesn't check. That's my understanding of the rule now. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help me because it says, yeah, you do have to make the 180 the way you wanted. A vertical or horizontal is kind of just a fluke that only happens in this exact type of line. And obviously, that's why a single line anywhere works, because there are no vertices to check. And so what's with this one? Why does this one work the way it does? Because from the middle... It's so weird, though. If your line doesn't go through the middle, how do you freaking test it? It probably doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, sure, the corners are all the same distance from the... Sure, I'm not going to worry about that. I don't think I need to. So, That doesn't help me, though. It just gives me an it just helped me understand that one exception for why, like, this works. But what it did tell me is that this is about the vertices. I hope I'm using the right word. I haven't taken a math class in a long time. The vertex is the point where two things, like, meet, right? If not, I'll look very stupid. Like, oh my god, no, the vertex is like the, I don't know, it's the sum of all the numbers in a graph. What are you talking about? No. That's what a vertex is. So, okay. So, thank you. I was pretty sure it was correct. So if all I'm measuring is my vertices, that doesn't tell me anything new. Yes, it does tell me something new. What it tells me is not only can my final segment go down as much as it wants, even if the start of it was only up by 1 square, it can also turn in either direction. It does not have to be clockwise or counterclockwise. It can be either one. I believe that should be true. Therefore, how can I use this to help me? I don't want to get my hopes up, but I feel like that should be the difference. Were there some of them that they worked completely except the final turn just had to go in a different direction? Let's try some things again, but let's remember the final turn can go any way we want. So start by down still, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Then we go like this, we go like this, we go like this. This would still need to travel too far, so it's not the one we want, I guess. Maybe, so can I want this one? Probably still no. No, that's not it. No, it's not. Like this though, maybe? What was this one doing for me? No, because this one still needs to go here. No, this doesn't help. God, I'm making progress, right? I'm getting closer. I feel like I've been understanding so many things that should be getting me closer, but the issue is that for all of those things, I don't actually know for certain if I'm right about them. They're theories that I think hold as of now. Yeah, okay, just keep trying this. I could swear there was one that was like really close, but just the last turn was the wrong direction or something like that. What are some other ways I can do this then? Hey, wait. Wait, if the whole last turn can be in any direction, does that mean I don't have to start with this like down? Like, can I start left and then just go like up like this? And then I'd have to go through here, go here. This turn would still have to go here though. Yeah, this doesn't. Oh, you know what? I should test my rule. That's what I should be doing. I should test my rule. So according to my rule, the final turn doesn't matter what direction you go in. God, my rule's gonna be wrong, isn't it? This was a red goose chase. So this is valid. If my theory is correct, then if I turn this the other way here, it will still be valid. God, I hope it is. Otherwise, I've been doing nothing for the last, like, 10 minutes figuring that out. Please work. Oh, fuck, it works! I was not on a red goose chase. I was on a blue goose chase. I was on a green goose chase. I don't know what color you want for good, blue or green, but the goose has been chased. I got it. I fucking caught that fucking goose. I'm gonna fucking strangle it. I got it. Okay. I have been on the correct track. The footprints from the goose were indeed made by the goose and not a fake goose foot shaped object. Okay. We're close now. We're close now. So, the last turn can go in any direction. Let me just make sure. Not the second to last turn, though. The answer is right in front of me. We are right there now. We are right there. It was not in front of me until now, but now it is right in front of me. Now I think I understand everything. Well, except for why this one is... But it's an outlier. We don't care about it. No, it has not always been in front of me. All right. So, let me just check. Like, if I change the direction of the... Oh, I couldn't really do that, though. There's no way to change the direction of the second to last turn. I want to try that. I'm pretty sure that's never it, though. Because if that were it... If you could change the direction of any of the turns, then, like... Yeah, no, then this would be equivalent. It's only the last turn that you can change the direction of. Okay, so... Don't get me wrong, if the answer was right in front of me the whole time, I would admit it. I would be like, yes, this was a really obvious one that I just overthought. This is not one of those cases. This is a hard one. This is the hard one because I think everyone would have trouble with this one because you start with like, okay, you want symmetry, but then you have to make the leap to, okay, you want symmetry except for the last segment, and then you have to make symmetry. You have to make the leap to, wait, you want symmetry except for not just the last segment, but the last turn. Then yeah, you really have to kind of iterate and get one each step at a time. Okay, let's do it. Let's put the answer in now. So, I just need to then keep doing what I was doing and find one that the only thing that didn't work was the final turn being the wrong direction. Or I can start being clever then, like I don't have to go down with it. Like I can go this way and then like, oh, hey, what about like this? Yeah, what about like this? Yeah, what about like something like, because if I did this to be symmetrical normally, I would need to go... What's the exact symmetry of this if it's what I was doing? Why am I so bad at... The exact symmetry of this would be... Oh, no, it would be this. This is still not it. Yeah, no, that's still not it. I can't do that. Yeah, no, that's still a bad one. But, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, like, I can take advantage of now that maybe my start doesn't have to be down. Like, it could be left. Because this whole thing, this part doesn't matter. This... Oh, yes, I can... This is the equivalent of if I started like this. Right? Because that... Even if I go like... This is the equivalent of this. Sort of. You know what I mean? The first turn is free in any direction. So, like, this and this are the same. So, ending from the square, we said that the thing that would really make it work... No, wait, this might still be a... This might still not be it, but let me work through it. I said that this would work if the circle started there. But I don't... No, that doesn't mean that I can do this, though. Nah, okay, this might be the wrong track. Like, is there a way that from my circle I can just go to here and have it be... No, I guess I can't, because that's still... That still then has... That would still have, like, a different number of segments, right? Because it would be, like, from the middle, you go 1, 2, 3, 1, and then you're free. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. If it's a different number of turns, it still won't work. But fine. Let's just... Okay. I need to sneeze. Okay. At least I understand the rule, I think. So go down, and then, because it's not like I can turn, there's no way you could do something like this, right? No. No. Still have to start by down, I think. Never up. No, always down. Start down. Okay, what are my options starting down? If I go to the right, I have to... If you start down and then go right, you literally are forced into this. And from there, you would have to go like that for 3, and then you'd have to go 1. And then from this 1, you could turn up or down. You'd be free either way, but that's not it. So let's actually go to the left. And then from the left, let's go here. Here. No, you don't want to go all the way because then you block off the square. So maybe you want this. Up 3. No, this still really doesn't help me. God damn it, this doesn't help. Up 3, but then I still have to make this turn. And then from here, my turn could be up or down. Both would be valid. But that doesn't help me. What were some of my more messed up options? Oh, this was a messed up option. Hey, you're messed up. But you're still not good. You take me where I don't want to go. So, like, no. God. And this is not... If I get really messed up? Hell no. Oh, I do... No, absolutely not. Hey, wait, what about... What makes this one wrong? This turn is free. From the middle, you go 1, 1, 1, 2. Free turn. 1. Oh, it's already not good here. It needs to go 1, 1, 1. 2. That's completely not even the same at all. Okay. But can I... No, I can't change that. I'm still... I mean, I understand the rules now, I think. So I just have to... There's got to be a way. It's just going to be very tricky to think of it, I think. I hope I'm not still missing something. I hope I can just get the answer. Because if I'm missing something and I keep trying to get the answer, I'll just be wasting time. But we'll see. Important thing is that we're having fun. This is fun. It's not torture. It's so much fun. Fine, what are some things I haven't tried? So let's actually try to use logic instead of just trying to use random things. The final turn that I make to reach the square is going to be a turn right. It is going to be a turn right. Almost certainly. Unless it's something freaking weird, like somehow going around like that, which I think is straight up impossible, basically. There's no way that can ever be it. It's gonna be a turn right. It could be a turn left if you somehow came to it from down there, but you really can't. The only way you could come to it from here is if you came from here. And that's next to the middle, which means you'd have to have gone through the middle like this, which means that you would have to be coming from here. It doesn't work. We're almost certainly going to reach the square by coming like this and turning right somewhere. So, since the rule allows our first turn to be different, I probably want my first turn from the circle to be left, not right. That would make sense to me. Going up through the middle, turning left is not gonna be it at all. That would never work. Going here and turning left. Oh, why have I not considered these? Probably because they're obviously wrong, right? Like, what the hell is this? This is not gonna... That's not... You can't. No, because then this has to extend a little bit too far. So it doesn't work. Hey, have I done the spiral in a while? What's up with the spiral? I don't think it's the spiral. Spiral would require this and then one more turn, so no. So if I want my circle to turn left at the start, I want this. And then from the left, you need to move just one. So if the circle starts turning left, it moves just one. It means that you're going from here, which is next to the center. If you fill in anything next to the center, you have to go through it, because that's the only way to make a 180, basically. So if the circle started left, it would have to be like... This just doesn't work, unless it did this, which doesn't work. What if it did this? No, absolutely not. God. It's like the closer I get, the further nothing is gonna work at all. Even if I can make the last turn in any direction I want, that still doesn't help me. I feel like I had at least one earlier that was close, except for just one turn difference, but maybe I didn't. I don't really remember. Or that one turn might not have been the one at the end. If I start from the square, can I figure out anything else? Like, I assume we want to take advantage of the fact that we can go up as much as we want. So, like, we go up as much as we want. What we're actually now measuring is just starting from here. So if we did this, the 180 of it means that we'd also be filling in this. Right? Yeah. Obviously, then, if I want my circle to go there, there, there... Is there any way I can slightly modify this to... Oh, no. The issue with this is that it isn't symmetrical around the center. It's not this, right? Wait, is it just this? No. There's a reason this doesn't... No, it's this. It's not this. What did I do wrong? From the center, this goes 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. Have I misunderstood the rule? Why is this not working? Oh, maybe the turns are different. From the center, this turns left, right, and the last one doesn't matter. This one turns left, right, and the last one apparently matters? Why is this not correct? God damn it, I thought I understood the rules. I thought I understood the rules. I don't seem to have understood the rules. I'm counting wrong. I must be from the center, it goes 1 left, 3 2. Sorry, 2. 1 left, 2 left, 1. 1 left, 2 left, 1. From the center, this goes 1 left, 2. Oh, it's going right 1 here, not left 1. Right, obviously. Obviously, the symmetrical thing of that would be this. Duh. So that's not it. How can I slightly modify? Can I slightly modify? It's almost like I would want to start like this. There's no way. No, there's no way, because it has to then do that. So it's not that. No. God, imagine if there's a way that somehow loops around and goes like freaking down. There's no chance of that, right? There's no chance of that. I'd be shocked. No, 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 definitely not. The mirror of that is this anyway. So what? Damn, it's like it's close. Is there something I'm still missing? Are any of my other turns also able to change? Okay. I have another idea? Maybe. What I'm thinking is... God, we're at the end of the soundtrack. That means we've been on this for an hour and a half. The other idea I have is to go even further with the idea of the vertices. What you're measuring... So when I did this... What did I do that worked? It was like... it was like... I don't even remember anymore. What did I do to test... I thought I did something like this to test the, it's like from the middle. Oh, it was this. I tested this. This one works whether you do it fully symmetrical by going... What the hell am I doing? God. This... Oh, this... What am I... How did I test the thing that I was testing? Did I do it like this? Yeah, I think I did it like this. I discovered that that was good, and so was that. Because it's what's between the vertices that matters. Could you then also somehow have the same thing between two vertices without having all of your turns mirrored? Like, if you... You know what I mean? Like, if you're, okay, from the center here, excluding this, whatever's between this vertices and the ending, you have like you have two vertices that are opposite each other, and that you have, like, from the center, you reach this vertices, you turn, I don't know why that matters. You turn like this. Let's restart the soundtrack. Turn like this. Like, look, between these last two, you make like a little box, right? Whereas these are an open one. And I guess what I'm thinking is, like, is there any way that you can say, like, oh, well, as long as the next two vertices make this box, that's a symmetry. Doesn't matter if they make the box right or left, they've still made that. So that's what, right? You know what I mean? Like a way to not match all my turns exactly, as long as I sort of still match the relationship between any pair of two turns. Does that make sense? Is that even a thing? I don't really know what I'm saying. Or maybe I'm overthinking it and I just need to find a way that works with what I have. Like, how would I test that? So like here from the middle, I do this, which means between vertex 1 and 2, they're different. Vertex 2 and 3 they make a box. Vertex 3 and 4 make a box because they're turning the same way. Like, maybe it's just that. Like, maybe the only thing being checked with your vertices is, like, do they turn the same way as the previous one or differently or something like that? Are the two vertices here same or are they different? Different like this, same like that. Same always will keep curving around into itself. Like, could it be testing that or something? I think that would be weird, but I just want to try it. Like, so the symmetry of this is... I don't know, I'm so bad. The symmetry of this is this. I can't really test changing that last one. And now if I wanted to do the opposite of that somehow, so I wanted to say from the middle, we can still keep this turn, but now for my next turn, I want to make a block. No, that's never gonna, that would never be it. Because as soon as I change one turn, it changes all of them. I could go like this, and then like this. So that way, and now my next one needs to make a block. No, this is silly. Here, no, this doesn't make any sense. I'm throwing out this line of thinking unless I absolutely need to come back to it. There's gotta just be a way to do it like this. So logically, I'm approaching the square with a right turn going down. So I want to start with that. This doesn't work. How could I? The thing is, even if my last turn can go a different direction, my last turn needs to end up over here at the right. So in order for it to end up at the right, I need to... I mean, I basically need to go through the bottom left corner, don't I? It's something like that, really, isn't it? This mirrors out to be that. You can basically never fill in this one and then go through the center, because then you'd have to continue. You have to reach the center like this because you need the ability to... Can I do my last turns like this, maybe? What would this be? From the center, this would be a turn right, left, and then it doesn't matter. Can I do that? Can I go from here and turn right, left, and then it doesn't matter? No, because it's always going to need one more to reach the circle if I go for a weird loop like that. I feel like with my understanding of the rules, there's some pretty solid logic I have to follow. Like, I almost want to open up Paint actually at this point. Like, you have to go through the middle. If there's a way to do this without going through the middle, then ugh. Then I've been very on the wrong track. Let me try drawing some things that don't go through the middle. Like, obviously we know that this works, because from the middle, it has the same corners, but we know that... Is there any other really... No, the only other way to do it would be this, and you can't make the same corners with that, so... This is really the only way. Oh, wait, what about like this? This is not a 180 from the middle for whatever reason. I feel like the corners are pretty 180, but I don't even know. Like, if I were asking for a hint, and I'm not yet, I would probably ask a yes or no question of like, does this puzzle teach me something that will actually be relevant for this answer that I'm missing? Is what I would ask, but I am not asking just yet. Let's just keep trying to do the things. So I can't start up because if there's a way to somehow do this without going through the middle, then whatever. But if you go through the middle, you have to go through it like this. 100%. You can't just start from the circle and then... No, you literally can't do that. There's no chance. Nothing would ever work. You can't do it. So you have to go through like this. That's a thing that is basically locked in. So, yeah, it still doesn't really help. Going down at the start and then right is never going to be correct, because from there you have to do this, 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 and then the only symmetry you can make is like this, which then, you know, you can turn either way here, but it doesn't matter. Or no, you can't even go further. You'd have to do this, and then you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to go, yeah, no. Doesn't work. So I'm just gonna work through every option one by one. Honestly, at this point, that's all I care about. So down and right does not work. down and left. Okay, let's try every option. We'll do down, left, up, down, left, left, down, left. We'll do them all. Hey, have I done this yet? I'm sure I have, like a million times. Okay, no. You cannot ever fill in this square as you're doing your thing with the circle. You can't. Because if you fill in that square, well, maybe if you did it like this, but even that's really weird. Because if so I'm going down, left, left. So if I go down, left, left, up, up, now I have to do this and I block off. Yeah, you can't ever come up into that square. Whether it's like this or like this, you can't do it because then you're forced to block off your square and you just can't. So no. You can't. So if I go down left, I cannot go up left and I cannot go left up. Those are both now ruled out. So going left from here is, it's not ruled out complete. You can go left up, but you can't go up left. So, okay, so down, left, up. Down, left, up, you can't go left from there, so you have to go up again. If you've touched the middle, you have to go through the middle, so you'd have to do this. And then from here, in order to mirror, you would have to go up, and you'd have to go here, and you're screwed. So we've ruled out down, right, everything. Now we've ruled out down, left, up. We've ruled out down, left, up. Down, left, up either makes you do this, which is bad, or it makes you do this, which is bad. We've ruled out down, left, up. Let's now check down, left, left, which then goes up. We've ruled out up here because it makes you block off your square. We go right, and then we have to go up, and now we have to go through the middle, and now to mirror, we must do that, and then we would have to do this, 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 and then you can turn either way, up or down. Doesn't help me. So down, left, left, up is not correct. Or down, left. Oh, you know what I didn't test though? I didn't test these. These are technically still possible, actually. I tested if you go up and then right for all of them, but I didn't test the other way. So like, we just did this and it's wrong. So now let's do this. You go here, and you'd have to go through. That's just not gonna work. Come on, no chance. No. And even if you go further with it, it really does not work because you're always going to end up going through the square. So you can't do that. You can't like go up here and then go around. That's too much. So as far as I can tell, starting down doesn't work, but starting left or right also never works. Just never. I mean, it simply couldn't. It could not. No chance. Have I tested this one? Yeah, that's what I basically just did, right? And it has to go like that. It doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm losing motivation. I'm losing faith. Maybe I haven't understood the rule and there's something else to this. But I've tested my ideas the best I can, right? Rule 69 is the one that wants you to have symmetry of, I guess, your vertices or whatever. Yeah, this isn't even a rule. This is just turn twice. So yeah, it's not like there's something I could be missing about this rule or anything. It's just the vertices must be 180 symmetry from the middle. So like from the middle, you can reach a right. How does it work exactly then? So like this is not, what's symmetrical? Crap, this. Like, so from the middle, if you were right here, you would go this. maybe it really does matter just if you make a 90-degree, like from here, because you know what I mean? Like from the middle, if your line is going through the middle, then yes, you can easily say this is a left turn, left, right, left, left, right turns. But the fact that it works even when you're not going through the middle, does it just mean then from the middle, you freaking 180 the arena, and then you measure where you're finding a turn? So from here, if there's a turn here, there needs to be the opposite one here. How would that work here? Like here, from here, if you go this way, you meet like from here, advancing along the top of the line, you'd go there and you'd be forced to turn and be boxed in twice. So from here, you'd be forced to turn, boxed in twice. But then after being boxed in twice, your next turn would be going around and then around again. So from here, you're boxed in twice and then you go around and you go around. You know what I mean? Could that... Can that mean that you can do a different way of turn as long as you make sure that each one is like boxed in, go around? That's what I was saying earlier. Because like from here, if you... The mirror... Found 3 solutions. Oh my god. That doesn't surprise me too much because the length of your line can be different in that final spot. So it's kind of like saying, you know, like, oh, like it's like if the solution to a puzzle was this, then you could also do this and then also this. So like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's really look at this one. I said if I was asking for a hint, I would ask about this one. And like, I think that means I should just look at it. From the middle here, if I 180'd the entire grid, I would find a similar corner in the same exact spot. But we've said it's not really about finding a corner in the same spot, because if, like, in this one, if you 180 the grid, you don't find the same corner, but it's because it doesn't connect to another vertex, right? How do those relate? So what if I apply that logic? So like here, let's draw this. So like from the center of the grid, if I go diagonally 1, if I go left 1, up 1, from the center of the grid, I get, there's a corner right here. And if I were to 180 the grid, if I literally flipped the whole thing 180, I would find the same corner going this way again. Now, that doesn't seem to apply to your final one, right? So even though I did this, I could also turn it left at the end and it's okay. So that changes things because look here, from the middle, if I go left, up, up, the mirror of that is right, down, down. And I haven't found the same corner. I have found a vertex there though, at least. I have found a vertex and no, because look, from the center, it's a different relation, right? Because if I went from the center and I just went directly to this, I would be on the right side of it, which would be like the 270 side. And here from the center, if I go down to this, I'm in the little 90-degree angle. So it is different. So I don't know how this all relates. Maybe, whatever, we can just say the last one is free. The point is, should all the others be exactly the same, or should it just be like, if from the middle I go to this one, I am boxed in there. From the middle I go to this one, it boxes me in. It's not one that I'm, you know? From the middle to this angle, I'm going all the way around it. I reach the 270 side of it. From the middle to this one, I reach the 270 side of it. Could that be all that matters? You know, from the middle, when you go to that angle, And then when you go to its 180 opposite, do you reach the 90-degree part or do you reach the 270 part? Maybe that's what matters. This is getting really convoluted, and I don't know if there's any way to put that into a simple rule. So, but maybe this will help my thinking. So is there any way I could use that? Like, so like imagine this, oh no, let's make something with multiple turns. So from the middle, let's do it like, sure, whatever. From the middle, from up here, I would reach the boxed in part of this. And then from here to here, I'd reach the boxed in part of it if I turned it around like that. I would reach the boxed in part either way. And now the next thing I want to reach a 270 part, and then the next thing I want to reach a boxed in part. No, I don't think that's... I think this is a goose. This is actually a goose. There's got to just be a way... There's just got to be a way to do it with what I already understood. There's got to be. There must be. Especially since y'all are saying, like, there's really only one solution, though apparently maybe there's three, but... I think I just need to realize a way to do the thing that I'm trying to do. I really hope. I really hope that's it. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. It's pointless. It really just, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that I'm missing something that big. I understand it all, but I don't. I don't understand it. No. I need to be more specific with why the last turn is an exception. Because it means that you're not having a symmetry of corners from the middle. It's not like something stops being a corner if it... No. Like, would I say that because this turns and doesn't turn again, that it's no longer a corner? Of course it's a corner still. Of course it's a corner. So why does it not matter at all unless it has another vertex to attach to? It's like from each vertex... Man, I felt like I was doing so good when I figured out the, this thing. But it... Can't say it's only a half corner. Did I say that? I mean, right, it's a corner. I could say it's half a corner, but not, no, I can't even say that. It's not a corner that leads to another corner, but... Oh, it's a reference? Yeah, okay, no, I won't. If it's sports, I certainly won't. So... Yeah, I don't know. It's the symmetry of... It's not symmetry of corners. Oh god, no, I don't know. I don't follow that game at all. No A button? Oh, I see. Is that the jump button? Okay. What is being 180'd? Is it the corners? It's not the corners. The corners is not the thing that is 180. Not specifically the corners. Oh, they've been trying to, but they haven't been able to? Yeah, I mean, I would think that you wouldn't be able to do that, but I also wouldn't have thought you could do it with only 17. Half A presses? How does that work? You just kind of tap it a little bit to make just a tiny little jitter? No. Oh, I see. That's not even half a press. It's the same press. That's the same press. Now I feel like I'm in one of those Seinfeld episode things. A press is a press. No, if it's a hold, it's not a press anymore. You can just imagine. I had to break up with her because she was a holder. A holder? Yeah, she held the button. Well, you can hold the button. A hold isn't a press. You can't hold the button in a no pressing, you know? If you're treating it as an individual star, it rounds up to 1. But if you're doing a full run, you can carry over from a different... What? 0 sometimes and 1 the other times? Right, it's obviously not 0, but if you already have 1, you're not going up to 2 by holding it. If you're treating it as an individual star, it rounds up to 1. But if you're doing a full run, you can carry over from a different press. What do you mean a full... Oh, right, I see. If you've reloaded your save... Right, if you've reloaded your save after finishing a star, you could just, like, start the level and just jump for no effect just to hold the button down. And technically that's the same as, like, well, if I hadn't, like, had to fucking go walk my dog and save my game and come back, I could have kept it held down. So, no, that shouldn't count. That should be free. Otherwise, it's, you know, unfair against people who can't play in one session. So I would say it's still not a press. It's part of your previous press. As long as to get the press you don't use that jump for anything, then it's basic. A jump that doesn't do anything is not really a jump, you know? Okay, let's get back to this. But you know what? Maybe that helped. It's always helpful to kind of take your mind off it for a moment, right? So it's part of the process. So we think it's not exactly the corners, it is the vertices. But the thing is that it really shouldn't be about everything in World 9, which this is referencing, is about the corners. It is the fact that you have made a corner. Either you needed to make a corner at a certain spot, or you needed to enclose something within a corner, or travel in some way along the corner. I guess anything could really be up at play here. I can't really be certain. So generally we have made symmetrical corners. We've made symmetrical turns, which also makes symmetrical corners. But the last one is okay to be whatever it wants. The last one doesn't matter. You can make it either way. Could do this as well, or this. Yeah, it's all the same. But everything else has to be... Yeah, I don't understand then. I mean, like... Again, look, if I need to... If I reach my square by turning right... Can I reach the square by turning left? Not really. You literally have to... Okay, the ways to reach the square by turning right is like this. If you come at it from above, you're turning right to reach it. Or if you come at it from below, you're turning right. Is there a way to end with this turn right and the circle starts with a turn left? I mean, no. No. If you reach it from the bottom, you'd be turning left to reach it, so I'd probably want my circle to start by turning right. Like this, but like also just no. Ugh. Oh, I see. Okay. It involves running into a wall for several days. Yeah. Okay. It's very funny, the hobbies that Pia is interesting to learn that this is a thing. Okay, so if I'm reaching the square by turning right, then that means that I want to end up, like, I want to do this, basically. That's basically what I want to do. But in order to do that, the mirror would need me to... The mirror of that would need me to go here, but then I obviously can't reach the freaking circle. God, can I just try applying my rule to this? Maybe it'll be easier here. You obviously can't go like... They're very similar, aren't they? If you think of the square as being like where the circle is, right? In the previous one, if you just rotate, it's one off from the center. Yeah. Well, okay, let me just try this one then. Yeah, this is not gonna help, is it? But, you know, let's just switch things up a bit. It's always gonna cause an issue because even if I can turn the last one wherever I want, I have to make some turn before I go through the center, which it'll just never work. There has to be more to the rule then. There has to be more to the rule. I mean, I've tried everything at this point, right? Well, not everything. I tried down rights. If I start here and then turn like this, the spiral, why do we not like the spiral? Because it requires you to do this. So obviously we don't like the spiral. Is there any way it's not just a... No, it's a 180. It's a 180. We know it's a 180. I want to think logically again then. So logically, if I'm ending on the square... Damn it, I had a thought and now I don't remember it. It's like if I'm ending... This is like the thing that's closest to a solution. Because it's like... This is the thing that's really closest. But it has the final turn being, say, so like whatever. And again, this is also like really close. If the circles was here, which it isn't. So, I mean, yeah, whatever. God, I might have to ask for a hint on this one. I mean, what am I gonna do? Just never finish the game because I can't finish this? Spiral. I love spirals. I hate spirals. What's going on with like this? I haven't done this. No. This doesn't. What about that? What if I make the spiral really freaking big? No. Hey, I've never done this. Probably because it's fucking stupid. And impossible. You can't do this. Lol, that's why I haven't done it. Yeah, you never know. If I just input random answers, maybe something will eventually work. There's no room to maneuver. This is... Go through the middle. I feel like I'm gonna have to take advantage of the fact that the last turn can be different directions, which means if I'm turning right to reach the square, I want to turn left to reach my... So from the square, I turn left. So from the circle, I turn right. I want to go like that, or like this, but not this. In the circle, turn right. Here. Feels like it should be something like this too, but no, that's never gonna be it. Maybe I do want to go through this. I'm out of momentum. What else am I missing? What could I possibly be missing? I think if anything was going to get me there, it would be questioning how it works when your line doesn't go through the middle, and it would be questioning exactly why the final turn doesn't matter, which I think is because it's about the connection between your two vertices. From here to here, from here to... Oh, there's no other vertex. Because it can't ever be like the connection between this vertex and this one, because then they box you in. They're the same. They box you in on this side and they're over on the other. Whereas the fact that you can draw this, which is like on one side you go around and you have it. No, I was going to say they have to add up to 360, but they don't. Like this is a 270 and then the next one is a 90. But in this one, it's just 90 and 90. So I guess those could be the things that I'm missing. Can't I just... Why won't you just let me... Just let me make a symmetrical shape. It has to be a 180. It can't be a vertical flip. It's the vertices that make the 180. There's no way to do... I remember I drew this once. The heck is this? What is this? Why is this? Why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is this? Why is that? Why isn't this? Why isn't that? Why is this? Why isn't this? Why is this? This? What about this? Final vertex matters here. Oh, well, no, you can't do it any other way. Is there any way I can do something in this? What about that? Well, no, that's not symmetrical at all. What about not this, though? Certainly not this. Not that, obviously. Why is this? Okay, I need paint. I'm going to do some paint so that I can actually flip the board 180 and see what the similarities are in the corners and what they are not. So I've drawn this. And now come on, why isn't this working? Oh, because it's behind the game capture. That makes sense. Great. So I have this. Let's paste it in here. And then let's grab it. And let's flip it. Let's rotate it 180. What do these have in common that they count as good? From the center, it's boxed in on two sides, and then it's freely open on the other two. That is true no matter what. But it changes where they're boxed in. If I flip this vertically, it would be totally the same. Is it, after all, that you're allowed to flip vertically, horizontally, or 180? I don't understand. What happens if I... No, obviously this is not good. Obviously. That is, but whatever, we don't care about that. Like, why isn't this good? Oh, it is. Okay. I thought that we tested that and it wasn't, but maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, maybe I had tested like that. I thought I tested those things. I really... Oh, okay, this is not the... Okay. This is probably what I had tested earlier. And it's not good. But this is good. Does that... So that suggests that from the middle, it's not just like you have to have the same corners in roughly the... Like, it's the actual distance from the middle matters. The actual distance from the middle matters. What's interesting, though, is this is another... vertical flip, really, right? So let me 180 this and see what happens. If I 180 this... No, if I 180 this, I have a like 90-degree angle in all the same directions from the middle. So I guess that's why it's good. And just for my own curiosity, if I vertical it, the same is true, and if I horizontal it, the same would be true as well. But I guess I don't. That's probably not it. However, the last one seems like it should never matter, but there's no way for me to really change what direction the last one goes in. If there was a way that I could somehow do this... Oh, well, I could do that, but they're different. Yeah, I would have to do this, and like, I would have to do this and then turn one more over here to the right, and I'm not allowed to test that, unfortunately. And I don't think there's any way to really test it. Well, what about like... I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What? But what is it? What is this? What have I done? What? Okay, let's take this and 180 it. if I 180 it, it doesn't make the same thing at all. The upper here, it's boxed in on those 3 sides, and then on this side, it's not boxed in. It's an open corner. If I 180 it, I mean, it's still boxed in on 3 sides, and the other is open, but it's completely different sides. It's not. So that means this is also a valid line. I don't understand. I mean, I vaguely understand the idea that... Actually, no, I still don't. If it were like... If the turns that were like... could go either way were like down left and up right, I would understand maybe, because then they'd be symmetrical still, right? It would be like, well, the ones that are locked in are symmetrical 180, and the 2 that don't matter are also opposite each other. But that's not actually what's happening. So I don't even want, and there's still another puzzle, not that I even You're saying there's 3 ways to do this? That's crazy. I'm assuming this is not one of them. No. What? Is this one of them? Obviously not. I mean, maybe the rule I can use is just like, well, if you made this and you turned it to the left here, it would be symmetrical, and we've established that we don't care about the first turn from each shape, so just like, yeah. But I still don't understand. It's good to have a solution, though, I guess. It's something. I mean, this is a big step. What's with this? Is it actually like a vertical flip after? Why does the first turn from the shape not matter? I can't imagine how there'd be another solution unless you can do more vertical. Like, that's not it. This is probably... Okay, this is valid. What's the clip? Should I watch it, or is it just a clip of myself being confused? Solve. Yeah, like totally a solve. I very solved it. Yeah. And I don't think there's any way to really test it. No, wait. Well, what about... And I don't think there's any way to really test it. Well, what about like... I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I don't know. God, my Chrome tab is still set to only open when it has SCL Manager open, which I should really change. It's set to only find Chrome if it has the exact title Chrome SCL Manager. It's been like that for a long time. Okay. Oh, well, if you open Understand, I have to go offline on Steam, so... Okay. No, it's fine, I can do it. Just, need to make sure I do. Okay. Okay, so this also satisfies the last... It must be a freaking vertical thing at this point, right? It's got to be vertical, unless... Surely you wouldn't also allow this. Oh, screw you. Is it actually a vertical or horizontal, but not a 180? No. Yeah, I definitely noticed it was a music note. Or whatever, not that. Not this, though. Why not this? Is it that... No. Is it that whatever the middle segment is must be a... like a 180 or a something, and if it's in an island, then it's... How did I don't even remember what I've done anymore. This. If the middle is in an island of 1, is it always good? No, absolutely not. It's not about just the segment having, 180 degree corners or whatever. It's literally from the middle, where do you find corners? And this is not the same thing. Is it just like as long as you find a corner in the same direction from the middle? Is it literally just as long as there are corners? Oh, is it just that? Is it just literally that and it never cared about... And that's why... That's why it's okay. That's why your final turn doesn't matter, because it literally all that matters is that the corners are in the same position from the middle. Literally, that's it. As long as there's a corner there, there's a corner there. If there's a corner here, there's a corner here. If there's a corner here, the 180 from this corner is on the bottom side. Every corner that you draw has to have a corner flipped from it. Every corner has to have another corner flipped from it vertically or horizontally. Doesn't matter what direction that corner goes. This one flips... No, every corner has to have a corner flipped 180 from it, not horizontally or vertically. So this one goes here. This one goes through the middle and finds another corner. Through the middle, finds a corner. Through the middle, finds a corner. Through the middle, finds a corner. We're done. We're good. We got it. We understand. We finally understand. It was so simple! It was so simple. Yeah, resolve the board, yeah. Oh, is the final puzzle still hard? Yeah, okay. Oh, it was so simple all along. It was the symmetry of... God, it was the symmetry of the corners, which is what I thought, but they don't need to be the same... Yeah, I get it. Yeah. God, it was so simple. It was always so simple. So from here, I mean, again, it's one of those rules where, like, if I was doing what I was doing, it was always going to follow the rule. But what I had was still missing one thing from the rule. Like, yes, if you draw any fully symmetrical line going through the center, your corners are always going to be in the same place. So of course all of that stuff was valid, but there was more to it. And again, I almost got there when I realized the last one could go in a different direction, but then I went on the wrong direction of thinking, oh, it's because it's not connected to another vertex, so, you know, which doesn't really make sense in the end anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. I knew this one was probably telling me something important, but I was like just hoping that I wouldn't need it, and so I was deluding myself into being like, I'm sure that's just like it's not relevant, it's a 4x4. The other ones always have an odd number, so there's, you know, a square in the middle, so it's different. I was deluding myself, and you can tell that I knew it was relevant because I was like, well, if I asked for a hint, it would be this one. Like, I knew. I really shouldn't have tried to take the easy way. I should have, like, hunkered down and been like, no, I have to figure out why this one is here. But you know what? I forgot last stream, I did input this line and it worked. And I forgot about that until I did it now. So, yeah. Yeah. And I knew that where my corners were mattered, but I thought the actual corners mattered. Because this one was so weird, because if you try to think of it as like from the middle, you reach a corner that you're boxed in by on all four, like that was always so weird, because how do you really do that with a line going through the middle? It's like you're not boxed in by either of these if you start from the actual middle, because they, you know, you could be in the 90 or so. Yeah, wow, it was so simple. It's always simple. I should remember it's always simple. Like, what's the most complicated rule in the game? I feel like there aren't any. They're always simple. So yeah, okay, cool. So I want a corner. I want my corners to all be symmetrical. They don't have to be the same corner. Great. And they're telling me there's more valid solutions to this one. That's so interesting. I don't think I care enough to find out, but well, no, I was gonna say show me, but don't show me because it could help me come up with ways to do this one. But other ways to do this one, that's very interesting. I mean, you're still very limited. Yeah, didn't you say you found one? Or I thought someone else said they found one. Or no, Para said that she thought she found one, but not really one, and I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't, I'm not scrolling up to, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, as much as I'm curious about it, I don't think it's really... Oh, right, so this worked, or this works because... Oh, this works because the 180 from that... Yeah, I see why that works the way it does. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't care enough. Let's actually solve. Let's beat the game. God, we're gonna need another stream, aren't we? How long has this one been going? You know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we'll do this last one. Let's get rid of paint as well. I think I would still say it's the case that if you're drawing a line that goes through the middle, all of your turns are still going to be fully symmetrical, except for the last two. So that was on, you know, mostly a good track. But if you're going around the middle, then you don't really have to be like that at all. If you're going around the middle, you can, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. If you're going around the middle, you can do whatever. You could even do this, right? These are... No, not though. No, that's not... That would be a... That's not a... That would be a vertical flip, but not... Because, like, what if you did this? This is a solution, as is... Like, is this a solution? No, what did I do wrong? This one is matched with that one. This one is matched with this. 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 This one is matched with... Oh, there's no turn here. Yeah, that's an issue. Whatever, I don't need to look at this one anymore. Okay, so. Still a puzzle left to do. Great, great, great. So for all I know, this one could still require you to go through the middle. It might not, it probably doesn't, but it could, I don't know. So this one was simple because you could basically, it was basically just this one box around the middle. But that gets a lot harder to do here because you have to make an extra freaking turn. Oof. So like if you made an extra turn here, you'd have to go through this. Oh God, yeah, I can see how this is gonna be hard. Okay. So let's try it if I were going through the middle with my line. Probably not. You obviously can't do this because then your line's done. So if you went through the middle like that, like what if you did like a little hook like this, go through the middle, hook again here. This would be a valid line because it has, yeah, right? Like if I drew that, yeah, no, it isn't. Or wait. Oh, it needs to go, it would go one further. So it, yeah, no. That would be a valid line, right? No, still no. This one would connect with that one. This one would connect with that one. Oh, right, it's a different, whoops, obviously that's not it. How would I do that if that's what I wanted to do? It would need to, you know what, it doesn't matter. Whatever, that's not it. Okay. Right, it would have to be this. Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's the same issue, right? Like if I go through the middle like this, I'm obviously gonna have to hook around this way to reach the thing. If I go around, there's no way I can do anything like freaking this, right? No, because no. It's always going to have one more turn than I want, right? Because here there's 1, 2, 3 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, that would never be it. That can't ever be it. It'll just lead to something like this. I don't think you can really do it going through the middle. I would be surprised. You do have, if you go through the middle, you do have to go through the middle if you're, you do have to, yeah, no. Well, you can't, oh, so this does change something. I said earlier that if you're going through the middle, you have to go through it. You can't, like, make a turn. But you probably can. The middle is presumably a free space for turns. So you actually could go through the middle, I think, right? So in this one, you could do like this, whatever, I don't care. But you can go through the middle. Can I test that? Where should I test that? It's really hard to test, though. What's the simplest way to test it? A turn here, 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 here. It's too hard to test, isn't it? Probably. I don't know how to test going through the middle. It seems too hard. It seems hard. It's too hard to actually pull off. Because you then have to, you're going to have so many turns in so many places at that point that it's not really going to work, probably, if you go through the middle. So I guess I won't. So in that case, if I were to go through the middle, I'd probably do that. And we've already established it just doesn't work, because if you go through the middle while hooking around like that, you have to hook back, and so no, I don't like that at all. I want to leave the middle empty, I think. Could be wrong. This is very hard. I think I want a turn on the bottom row so that I can replicate it up top. Maybe. Like that. I need to turn here. Here. Oh, wait, I'm going through the middle. Stop. Don't go through the middle. Do this. So I need turns in like these or something. It's like, God, I don't even know. So my turns are here, 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 which would need a turn here, here. Ugh, no, if I turn like this, then I need to turn like, it needs to be this, and then it would have to go there, which obviously is not, that's not good. It's not, well, hold on. I feel like this seemed close. Is there a chance that this is close? This one meets with this one. This one meets with that one. Oh, there's none here though now. Damn it. Because otherwise it is close, right? This one meets with this one. This one meets with this one. Oh, this one doesn't meet here though. It would need to be this. It's not. Okay. Still, though, I do really like what I did here where I went... Oh, wait, you can't... No, you can go through the middle. Right, you can go through the middle and also... Right, maybe you can go through the middle after all? Because I kind of like that. I like that if you have a turn here and a turn here, like, it's good. It's kind of close to something, I feel, almost. But I guess probably it isn't. Because if I turn here, I need that. Can I do that? What happens? Okay, let's keep it simple and do this. And then let's, like, go through the middle. No, it's... I don't know. Maybe I don't like this after all. It was a clever idea, though. Can I do something similar the other way? Like... go around and then go through the, like there and then go through the middle. No, you can't go through the middle and end in the square. If you go through the middle, you have to do this and you have to make this hook. Can I do this? God, like imagine it's just as freaking complicated as possible and it's like this. That would be weird, but can I do that? I would need a turn there, there. No, there's no, it's not. It couldn't be. Is this close? Probably not. This one matches with that. This one matches with that. This one matches with, oh no. Oh, you can never have a turn here. Hey, that does help. You can never have a turn here and you can never have a turn here. Cannot turn in those spots. So if I can't turn there and I can't turn there, it makes me want to turn here and weave through them. It just makes me want to do that. I don't know if it's correct, but it makes me want to. Like this, and then... No, because I'd have to go up, and it's just bad now. It's like almost close, but not... wait. Ooh. I found something I like, though. I found something I don't like, actually, no. I was gonna say I like turning into the square. I might like turning into the square. It's a cool idea. If I turn into the square, a turn in the middle is free. And I have now matched a decent number of things, right? Like I've matched, this corner is a match, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one with this. Just a turn in all of the diagonals here, and then this one, or this one would be with this one. And then the corner there, the corner there. The only thing is I have this one with no partner and this one with no partner. But turning into the square is not a bad idea, but you can't turn into it like this because you would need to pair this with a turn here, and then you wouldn't be able to turn here. You can't, because you can't go up. But can I hook into the square any other way? Could hook into it like that? Could I hook into it like this if I wanted? It would involve... No, I don't like this at all, but it would involve turning here, and then this. It's kind of awkward. Not really feeling it. What's this? No. Can't ever turn here, so no. So hooking into it like this is not good because you can't turn here, so you'd have to go like there. God, have I just gotten like it never used to take me 4 hours to do one puzzle. Maybe I've just gotten stupider. Okay, so I mean, just I don't know. There's no reason for me to just work with the idea of hooking into the square just for the sake of it. Oh yeah, right. Hooking into the square through the middle. There's only 2 ways to do that, actually. So, hey, what about this? I like this. This is cool. It requires me to turn here, and then it requires me to... There's no way to do this, though, because then I'd also have to go around a freaking bunch on the other side. It's kind of weird. It's a weird idea. I don't know if I can do it. This almost seems like a good stopping point, honestly. I'm, like, exhausted, and it might just be better to come at this one with a fresh eye. Because I'm, like, I don't... Yeah, I don't... And then if I finish this, and there's going to be a question mark one, and it's already nearly 2 a.m. This was supposed to be the final stream. Fine, let's keep going at this for another 10 minutes and see where we get. So I'm experimenting with going through the mid. Okay, if I turn, I can't turn here, I can't turn here. So if I can't turn in those, I want to turn around them. I don't even know. Going into it like this, I mean, I kind of like that. What's wrong with that? Oh, I know what's wrong with it. Like if I did this, it's pretty close, right? It gets those two, those two, those two, those two, that one, but it's missing one down here, which I really can't get, right? So it's not gonna work. What else? I mean, it's close. Like, can it be worked into a solution somehow? No, it obviously can't. And now if I do the same thing, but I like hook down here, then I run into a problem because the corner would need to be like this. And then the other corner gets fucked up as well. Yeah, that's too hard to do. I feel like the answer, now that I know that it's just the corners and I know you don't really have to make a symmetrical shape at all, I really wonder if the answer is just going to involve freaking, you know, shit like something like this. Because it could at this point. I really like, what did I have? I had something that went like, was it like this? It was like this maybe? Like that's cool. It's cool and I like things that are cool. But who knows if that really means anything. There. I need that. I would need this though. That's bad. Yeah, okay. This. It's really hard. Like if I go through this corner, I can't ever loop down in this one because then I can't match the corner again. It's like if you make one corner like this, you have to make the other one like that, which is awkward. Maybe let's not go all the way to the corner. Let's like, can we do something like, nope, can't turn there. What if I do something like this? Maybe this one will be more viable. Here. Oh, hi. No. What if I'm doing like, this is weird as hell. Oh. Am I doing something here? No, God, no. No, the fuck I'm not. Why would I ever have thought I was doing something here? It's close to do. What am I doing if I do this? Like, okay, if I ever start like this, then I'd need to fill in. Oh, it's not even that. It's the other corner. I would need to fill in that. You can't do that. And I would need to fill in, I would need to turn here, which you can't do. God, now I almost want to like go around and then like do this somehow. Is that going to be viable in any way? Like this. And then you have to get those two and then you... No, wait, no. What's this? No. I don't want this. I feel like these are all dead. It's got to be something more symmetrical than this, doesn't it? I guess it really doesn't, honestly. So, okay. What if instead of going all the way to the corner, I just do a little one like that? Does that do anything? Does that help me in any way? I don't think it does. I'd have to turn like here and then here. I mean, you literally can't do that. You can't mirror that at all. Unless you were to go through the middle, I guess, which then you could. Well, I mean, I can do that, but can I do this while somehow adding one more turn? No, I don't think going through the middle it shouldn't work. If you go through the middle, your line, if you go through the middle and you don't make if you go through the middle, you have to make a fully symmetrical line, basically. I feel. I guess not. I think I don't know anymore. No, going through the middle is bad. Unless I do something clever, like, you know, doing that with it, but it's gonna be too hard. Like, start here and then like go around like that, maybe something like that. Is there a way to do that? I feel like there really isn't, but I can do this. Oh, can't turn there. I mean, I like my idea of that. No, you can't do this at all. Hey, Kai. I'm incredibly stuck on a puzzle right now. I'm probably gonna just stop in like 10 minutes and come back to it another day, even though this is the final stream. This is the final Understand stream. We've done, I don't know, probably 15 streams of this, and this is the last one because I only had 1.5 levels left, and so far we have not completed the half level. So in case you don't know what we're doing, we're trying to make a line from this circle to this square where every single time we turn our line, it has a turn in the mirrored version of it as well. So if we turn in the bottom left, we also have to turn at the top right. If we turn one square above the bottom left, we would also have to turn one square below the top right. And it's very hard. This is an example solution. So if you look at where the turns are, they are like perfect, you know, 180 symmetry from each other. There's a turn up left here, there's a turn up right, a turn bottom right, a turn bottom left. We need to do that, but this one's a lot harder. And it's hard because there's so many options. Like, if I go through the middle, then I'm gonna need to turn on both sides of it. You can't go through the middle like this. Well, wait, can you? No, you absolutely can't. If you went through the middle like this, you'd have to turn here, which is bad because you couldn't have a turn on the other side. And if you kept going through it, you would be like totally blocking yourself off from the circle, right? Well, God, I don't know. There could be an unorthodox solution like that. So sure, let's go through the middle and like turn here. Then I need a turn. No, you can't. You literally can't go through it because you'd have to turn on the other side. And you can't. There's nowhere to turn here. So no. So that's ruled out. Can't turn here. Can't turn here. And the corners are difficult because whatever you do in one corner, you have to mirror in the other corner, which is it's basically impossible to do. You'll always run into a problem. If you do this one, you have to add another turn here. And then you can't mirror it there, because as soon as you mirror it there, you have to add another turn. And then you're just... So I just don't really like... I would really like to not use the corners like that. It's just going to cause problems. Like, in my ideal solution, I just use 2 corners and I leave the others out. Is that even possible? I guess not. Oh my god. I have a no hint rule, so that's why I can get stuck on the same puzzle for hours. What can I, okay, let's actually think the opposite. I can't just avoid the corners. There's no way to just be, oh, I just won't use any corner. Like, you have to go to the corners somewhere. Otherwise, you'd be doing like this, and then that still is basically doing corners. So if I'm doing it, how do I make it work? And I guess the answer, I think of it this way. Let's say you go into a corner and you do like multiple turns like this. What that means is that in the other corner, if you made the same exact, if you made turns in the same spots, you would have to turn like here, and then here, and then here, and you'd be screwed. But there is another way to make those same turns, right? So ignore my thing at the left here. I'm just focusing on the bottom left corner and the top right corner. If I wanted to have turns in the same spots, then I could also like go... No, never mind. Well, does this do it? Like if I did that, is that a mirror? Yeah, that's a mirror. That's a mirror. It's turns there, 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 there. That's a mirror, but there's no way to replicate the other turn down here. But and as soon as I try to replicate that other turn, I will end up in trouble, obviously. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. What I was thinking, but I realized it was wrong, was like if I turned in the corner like that, and then I turned again, but that will never be a proper mirror for something that has 3 turns, because it only has 2. You know? So... But it's an interesting shape. It's pretty cool. Do you think we can do anything with it? Damn it. I hope that I would just fill that in and it would work. Why doesn't this work? What's different? Corner? Oh, the corner. Oh, it has 1 here. Darn. Yeah, that will not work. It would need to... Right. Obviously, if something is going through the middle, it'll never work. It would need to turn... Well, what's wrong with it? God, we're at the end of the soundtrack again. What's wrong with it? It has this. It has this. Oh, I freaking turned here. I can't turn here. Are the others all good, though? Because if the others are all good, maybe you can do it just similarly, like... Like, no. You can never just make a line going through the middle unless you can't do that. We already know you can't do that because you couldn't do it in any other, yeah, it's not. What exactly is wrong with it though? Oh, this one. Yeah, you can't do that. No. Fine, restart the soundtrack, go for another 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've lost my moment. I mean, you can't use your brain for this long. I have been using my brain extensively for 3 hours. I don't think I can anymore. Let me give this like 5 more minutes and then we'll turn it off. I like this though, just as a thing to keep trying. Can it? What is this? It's like, it matches that one. It matches that one. It doesn't, no, it's just completely wrong in every way. So like, what is it? It's trash. God, it's hard because there's so many options now. Like, even though I was stuck for like 2 hours, when I thought, oh, I just have to like go through the middle and make a symmetrical shape, it was like, at least it was easy then. At least I had a finite number of possibilities. It was like, yeah, I just have to make sure I go through the middle, and you know, it cuts my options into there's very few. But now knowing that I don't have to go through the middle, and knowing that but also knowing that maybe there's some weird ways that I can go through the middle and somehow make it work. It makes things harder, but I'm going to assume I probably still can't go through the middle. It seems really hard to make that work, honestly. So, okay. Anything else I can do with this? It would have to do like this or something, but this doesn't work because there's a turn here. Yeah, no. It's close, except for the fact that it's wrong in every way. Right. Because I was doing like this. It just doesn't work. I mean, this is very close, right? Like, because these two corners match those two corners. And then this matches... No, it's not even close at all. It's not even remotely anywhere near close. So no, I take that back. Corner, 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 inside corner, inside corner, inside corner, inside corner. This is not going to work. I've done something wrong. Yeah, I've done this wrong. This one doesn't have a pair now. Damn it. It's like, man, imagine if it was that easy. It's not. It is not. And there's no way to make an easy fix to that, of course. So, yeah. Corner. Corners. Corner. No. God, I'm like just trying to think of what would look cool. Like, this would look cool. But that doesn't mean anything. Looking cool is not the criteria. God, it's not going to be as easy to stumble onto as this one. This one was just like, oh yeah, well, what if I make a box around it and then just like, I don't know, change this last one. And it was like, oh, it just works. But this one, it's not going to be that easy. You can have a turn in the middle though. That does change things because I was always operating under the assumption that you can't. But you can have a turn in the middle. And that makes me want to have a turn in the middle. No, because if you have a turn in the middle, it's very hard to... Yeah, you can't turn there then. It's hard to have a turn in the middle. Is there any way that you can really do it? Kind of no. Because you... This can give you a turn in the middle, but it doesn't work. But, you know, you'd be mirroring those two at least. And if I try to make it work by adding more turns on the other side, now it's not a turn in the middle anymore, of course. Ooh. Ah. Okay, instead of just trying random things, I should use logic. Using logic is usually a good idea. So, God. The fact that it's one square next to the middle, that happened here as well. Doesn't mean anything. That means nothing. It doesn't help me. One of them is really far from the middle, but it's still kind of in line with it. That still doesn't mean anything. I guess what makes it different is that in the other one, they were one spot apart, so it was really easy to just make a square like that and just slightly modify it, whereas in this one, you can't, obviously you can't do that. You could do this, and then if you wanted another turn there, you'd have to go out. And then you'd have to, like... To turn here, you'd have to go here and turn, and you can't do that. That's obviously never it. Start with like this. Can I just... There's no way to just do this. No, because now you're screwed. You can't do that. God, I want to do some fucking weird shit like this. It just doesn't seem like it'll be correct. What if I do that? I do this, I do this. I do... No, it never works. I mean, it's interesting to think about, though. That one. That one. It never works, though, because you always have to make an extra turn, so that'll never be it. If I can start making my turns more one row in, like if I can make them here, does it make my life any easier? No. Not at all. Okay, cool. Glad we figured that out. What if I do that, though? And then I need a turn... No, I would need to do this. It doesn't work at all. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. And then I have to turn here, which I can't do. This is probably a valid line, though. I think. Is that a valid line? Let me draw it in over here just to see. What was it? This? It's not even valid. Why did I think it was valid? Turn there. Because it turns there and there. There and there. There and... Oh, not there. Crap, I did it wrong. The turn needs to be here, here. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't. I can't. I can't even. What can I use logic for here? Okay, the thing I can use logic for is... No, I don't know. I can't... If I'm not going through the middle, but I am going through this, then does that mean that I'm probably going through it on the other side? Not necessarily. There's really no reason to think that. Could turn there, 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 there. Can I modify this slightly in any way? No, no, no. How? Okay. Not go through the... I mean, the corners make it so hard. The more I can... You really, really would love it if you could have symmetrical corners, but I just don't think you can. But what if you do something like that? Like, maybe this is one of those ones where you kind of just... You know those symmetry puzzles where, like, you start on the left and on the right, and you have to make a symmetrical line, and like, oh, there's a circle, there's a triangle here that you can't go through. So you curve around it, which makes you curve around on the other one. You know, that kind of maybe it's like that. Maybe we can just kind of work backwards-ish. You know? So like to reach the square, I'm gonna do this. Suddenly that means that now I want no turn there. No, I don't even know how to approach it. Okay, let's break for now. Let's come back next time. It's not like we would finish the game this stream anyway. Even if I finish this, which will probably take like another half hour, and then there'd be a whole other puzzle and potentially a final puzzle. God, I wonder what this one looks like. I'm tempted to click it, but I'm not gonna look ahead. We'll come back to this next time. Sorry, it's too much brain power. I'm completely out. And this one is just gonna require so many different potential things. So yeah, it's too much. Thanks for watching.